Howdy SEO Mozzers, and welcome to another edition of Whiteboard Friday. This week I wanted to talk about the war that happens in the spam game, and go back a ways and try and think about how Google and the other search engines really do think about link manipulation, and how webmasters think about it, and how maybe white hat link builders in the future can think about, well, what really makes a white hat link. So let's start calling this putting Pandora back in the box, and here's why. So a long time ago there was a box with secret information in it, until Larry and Sergey put out their paper, Anatomy of a Large-Scale Hypertext Web search engine, and out of the box popped PageRank, and all these webmasters went, holy mackerel, links! Whoa, links matter! Alright, so this is fascinating because prior to this, webmasters really didn't think about links as a big way to manipulate the engines. And granted, prior to PageRank, there was some link analysis stuff. But I'm just using this as an example of how webmasters kind of woke up to this fact. The big problem there is that in the search engines size, right, the reasons that links were such a good metric to use is because no one tried to manipulate them previously, right? Like, you might try and get links because you wanted to get traffic, you might try and get links because you wanted the endorsement, all that kind of stuff, but no one was manipulating links with the thought of, oh, I can get search engine traffic from this, and there's a secondary benefit to getting links. So people were still only focused on those links that would send them traffic. Same thing is true of internal pages, right? And internal links. You link to those pages that you thought your visitors would want to see, and by and large that's still the case. But there's a lot more manipulative linking today, and that's really because, as SEOs, as webmasters, we all understand the importance of links and what they do for you and what they mean. So, I've got Googlebot here, right? And this is kind of what he's thinking. I really only want to count links that it would exist even if I didn't, right? So Google's trying to say, the only links that I really want to give full weight to are those that would exist independently of the search engines, right? They'd be created without my input. Meanwhile, at the same time Google is thinking that, webmasters are like, whoa, links are awesome! And researching and investigating, seeing the power of links, seeing what they can do with links, seeing how they can manipulate search results with links. This makes for a very frustrating, back and forth, right? So when Google tries to think about, well, what are we going to do to combat this problem, webmasters are on the other side of the table saying, okay, well, what can we do to get around the fact that Google is now trying to combat this problem? So you get the crazy back and forth. You get the constant battle of Googlebot versus webmaster, right? And Google uses things like spam detection algorithms and analysis of relevance between links and linking sites and temporal trends to try and say, oh, did you gain a bunch of links really quickly, or was this a natural phenomenon? They might use network identification to see if links are shared, same with registration data, right, to see if you own a bunch of different domains that are all linking to each other. They'll use all sorts of pattern detection to try and pick up on patterns of manipulative links versus organic ones, and they'll use manual spam reports, right? Ones that you and I might send in. Maybe I'll write a blog post about, I don't know, some bad directories, and Google will go target those. Meanwhile, on the other side, you've got webmasters, and they're doing, okay, well, let's see if reciprocal links work. Yeah, those work for a while. Oh, now they're not working so good anymore. Let's do paid links. Those are still working pretty well. And we'll do link networks, and that didn't work out too well, right? Link farms. We'll do injected links. Okay, sometimes those work, especially for Viagra spam. We'll sponsor some blog post links, and those work okay. We'll do some charity links, and some of those work, and the high page rank ones, Google removes manually. We'll do some blog theme links. Okay, we're going to sponsor this WordPress theme, and then everyone who uses it is going to link back to me. Or I'll do some analytics or tool links, right? So that everyone who installs my stat counter has to link back to me, or I'll sponsor other people and they'll do that. So you have this huge war taking place. Here's what I would say. If you're a black hat link builder, you don't need to know any of this stuff. I mean, it might be academically interesting to you. You're probably engaging all sorts of tactics. If you're a white hat link builder, what you really need to say to yourself is, would I create this link even if the search engines didn't exist, right? Would this link provide some sort of value even if there were no engines? And if you can honestly answer that yes, then I think you can be relatively guaranteed that the search engines are going to count that link, right? So if you're looking at spammy directories, or you're looking at blog theme links, or you're looking at other things, and you're like, well, it's pretty organic, and I don't think Google can catch it. I don't know that I'd really think about, can they catch it, right? If you want to be safe in the long term, I'd think about, do they want to count it? Is it worth their while to count it? If you can answer that honestly, yes, that's going to be a great link now, forever, in the future. This has been another fun edition of Whiteboard Friday. Hopefully next week we'll have some more fun stuff for you. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Take care.
Has begun as soon as we become the true truth seekers down with this Babylon regime. To think you can die in the blink of an eye. I did just to try to test I been destined to fly, but I'm resting tonight. And one bright morning I will take flight. But until then, I'll be rocking on the M. I see the future dripping out of a pen. And if sleep be the cousin of death, then every time I blink